Welcome back, my friends. As EV sales surge and cars get heavier, parking garages will have to change. Parking garages are one area where the proliferation of EVs and bigger vehicles is expected to have an impact. This extra load and the changing fire safety requirements are all considerations, not just for new parking garages, but for existing structures too. More than 10 million electric cars were sold in 2022. But before we get into that, please hit the like button. Please leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos. And before we continue, a word from the sponsor of this video. Today's sponsor is ProWorldNet.com. ProWorldNet.com is a job website specifically dedicated to licensed professions. Doctors, including any type of specialty. Nurses, and that includes all grades of nurses. Lawyers, regardless of area of legal focus. Teachers and professors, from kindergarten through graduate school, as well as any kind of job that requires a government license or certification. And ProWorldNet.com also includes short-term gig-type jobs as well. So be sure to check out ProWorldNet.com if you are looking for a job or an employee. Driving is changing. Today, electric vehicles are a common sight around the world, and the overall size and heft of cars, whether they're fully electric or use internal combustion engines, is increasing. New designs and technologies have already created a range of issues that will need to be addressed in the years ahead. Parking garages are one area where the proliferation of EVs and bigger vehicles is expected to have a major impact. This includes all structures where cars can be parked, including those on multiple levels, underground or within residential and office buildings, and how they are designed, built, and maintained. One potential issue relates to the weight of cars. Average vehicle weight has increased from 1.5 metric tons in 1974 to nearly 2 metric tons. The reason behind the weight increase was due to electric batteries and the size of cars increasing. This extra load and the changing fire safety requirements are all considerations, not just for new parking garages, but for existing structures too. Some of the market's top-end executive cars and long-range SUVs were now coming in at over 3 metric tons. When the guidance was released in June, there was much focus on the potential collapse of some car parks under the weight of heavier vehicles. The ones that cause the damage are the heavy vehicles, not the vehicles that are heavier than they were 40 years ago, but still within the capacity of the design for parking garages. And the trend for bigger vehicles shows no sign of letting up. There are increasing numbers now of SUVs, large executive cars, both fossil-fueled and battery ones, and pickup trucks, which are immensely heavy. The cumulative load of these vehicles in parking garages could be overwhelming in certain circumstances. If one pickup is significantly overloaded and that parking garage is weak, that's a potential disaster waiting to happen. What we want is the public to maintain confidence in our car parks and structural engineers. One way of doing this is to make sure that garages are structurally assessed. If it's not strong enough, then it will need strengthening. It may not need strengthening everywhere. It might be just individual elements. Also, vehicles could potentially be screened before entering these garages. Another possible solution could see the heavyweights remaining on the ground floor. When it comes to electric vehicles, another area of concern relates to fire safety. That's because while EV fires aren't common, putting them out can be challenging. To actually extinguish an EV fire is very, very difficult, particularly if the battery is on fire because you've got so much energy that's locked in. Sprinkler systems could play going forward, especially in underground facilities. Although the sprinkler system will not put out the car fire, it will reduce the rate of spread within the car park. So it's constantly quenching the car next to the one that's on fire, and stopping that one from catching fire. This should give the fire service time to get to the site and tackle the flames. Vehicles using gasoline also have the potential to ignite and create challenging situations. Discussions about how parking lots and garages need to change to accommodate new types and sizes of vehicle extend are going on worldwide. More than 10 million electric cars were sold in 2022. 1 in 5 new cars sold this year will be electric. What do you think? Please hit the like button. Please leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.